Welcome to Clara's News Channel. So happy you decided to stop by and see what I am putting up for debate today. I was inspired by a lot of things today and to go looking for articles. and I guess the biggest inspiration for today was Lauren Boebert's win in Colorado last night. And this is a woman who was in a public theater giving a hand job to her um, date and him filling her up. She got in a verbal exchange with some of the people who were the employees of the theater, I'm trying to say. And she is not, I'll just quote Donald Trump when he first said that he was going to run for president, and he was saying that Mexico is not sending their best. Well, Colorado is not sending us their best to Congress. As far as I'm concerned, she's a disgrace. She only got her GED a few months, I think, prior to her going to Congress. And I'm not saying that it's not people who don't have high school educations or have GED or less than, because wisdom is not something that you can find in a book. But this woman, you look at the trail that she has left, and it is hard evidence that she was an ex she was an what is it, escort. I get the word out in a minute. Escort. And all of that would have zero impact on me if she was a Democrat, because Democrats are more forgiving, more open minded, more evidence based. If she was a good congresswoman and she had all this stuff in her past, that would be a great story, a great testimony. But this woman, this is who she is. I saw a picture of her today washing her feet in the sink, bent down, squatting down, smoking a cigarette. She's a real lady, and not something that I would want my children, if I was a Republican mother, to grow up to be like. And what this got me to thinking about is, what has happened to the GOP? They have lost their flagship issue, which was family values. I mean, you look at that party and you can see how far it has truly fallen when it comes to family values, when it comes to morals, when it comes to respect for the police, for the military, you name it, they have betrayed it. And at the helm of it is the most degenerate, liar, grifter, sexual A, felon. This is the party of Reagan. This is the party of Reagan. You know what? I don't even hear them talk about Reagan anymore. They used to, hold their chest out and talk about Reagan and, we're the party of Reagan. And they would say that, well, Ronald Reagan, like we don't know exactly what Ronald Reagan was about. But one thing Ronald Reagan wasn't about is being a felon, being a grifter, being a traitor. He never would have sent people to desecrate the House of Congress, to smear shit on the walls and pee in the corner, to bring a Confederate flag that has never been on that floor in that building, to break out windows, to assault police officers, to threaten to hang the Vice President of the United States, to stop, to actually stop the transition of power. I don't think Reagan would have he wouldn't recognize his party right now. I know Abraham Lincoln wouldn't, because they used to say, we are the party of Lincoln. Lincoln would be the party of Lincoln now. Lincoln would be a Democrat. And I'm going to say this out loud, Jesus would too. They're a big family, want to pretend like they family values and they're Christian nationalists. That is an oxymoron. I mean, you cannot be a nationalist and a Christian at the same time. It's impossible. It's as if they never read the Bible, as if they never knew, they don't know anything that Jesus stood for. It's ridiculous. Where did the GOP lose its way? Me personally, I don't think it ever, I think this is who it was to its core. Now, a few people, a few true believers have left the party because they really believed the BS that it was peddling. They were the true believers. So they left because it moved away from what attracted them to the party. Low taxes, strong military, family values, um, Christianity, um, what else? Um, business, business friendly. Low, I said low taxes. And Trump came and just showed them up for who they really, really was. And the true believers had to get out of there. That's where we got the Lincoln Project from. We got Republicans against Trump from. We got Michael Steele that's on NBC from. We have what is Joe's last name? What is Joe's last name? On Morning Joe. He left the party. He's a now independent. The whole Lincoln Project are independents now. And I saw what's her name? She's her and Rick Wilson have the show for the Lincoln Project every week. Statmeyer, I forgot her first name. But she said that she had to really reconcile herself to the damage that she contributed to. And I saw plenty of Republicans, once the scale fell from their eyes, they were like, wow, this has all been a ruse. It's all been a lie. It's all been a fantasy. The shining city on the hill was just a mirage. That, that's what Reagan talked about. The shiny city on the hill, that was America. And now we're left with a twice impeached, 34 indictments and 34 conviction, 34 felonies. A man who has been determined by a jury of his peers that he legitimately SA'd a woman. That's who, and they suck up to him. The the parade of Republican congressmen and senators that came to that trial, knowing the character of the man, that he was guilty, but they did it anyway. That's the GOP. Well, I found this on usnews.com, and I'm going to read a little bit of it, and then I'm going to give it to y'all. I'll say what I think of it. Pretty much what I've said is what I think, you know. But I'll comment, and then I'll leave it to y'all to discuss in the comments. But it says, not our parents, GOP, how the party of family values and fiscal discipline changed course. Republicans' revolution in 1994 led one-time Democratic Senator Richard Shelby of Alabama to switch parties and become a proud member of the GOP. Next week's election in Alabama may define the beginning of the end of a senior senator's party as he's known it. I don't know when this was written. It doesn't say when it was written, but it sounds like it might have been written a while ago. But it holds true. When Shelby aligned with the party, Republicans were on the electoral and ideological roll. Having seized control of both the Senate and the House, the GOP was on a mission to cut taxes, reform entitlement programs. Now they love doing that. They want to cut taxes for the rich because they're not a drain on society. No, 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 no. Them not paying taxes is not the drain. It's the poor people. The poor people is the drain. That's how they think. And these are uh the as I put the right mind Republicans. Because to me this sounds crazy. But these are the right mind Republicans. Let's see, where was I? Slash domestic spending and shrink the federal footprint on America's lives. It has not been a Republican president since I don't know when has ever took a dollar off of the national debt. Anytime the national debt shrinks, it's under a Democratic president. Lean in a little bit. Let me say that again so you can hear it for the ones in the back. Every time that the national debt has shrunk, have come down, it's under a Democratic president. Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, and now with Joe Biden. The national debt always balloons under Republicans because they want to give rich people tax cut. They want to give corporations tax cuts, and they want to leave the middle class to carry the weight of the taxes. But when Democratic presidents get in there, they do more about making it fair. Is it really fair that the ones that has the most pays the least? Is that really fair? I digress. Now the Republican Party has been increasingly defined by where it once friend elements, observers in both parties bemoaned, raised the question of whether the party in its traditional model is on its way out. I hope so. I hope that the Republican Party goes the way of the Whigs, that we actually have a rebirth of another party, a more moderate version of the Republican Party. I don't think everybody. I don't think everybody will ever agree on anything. I'm a Democrat. I'm a staunch Democrat, and I don't agree with everything that's in the Democratic Party. I might would leave the Democratic Party and go to the new party if it was center left, slightly left. But we don't really have that choice because it's a party of the sane and the insane. That's the choice we have now. The sane or the insane. I mean, I'm going to finish this up because I want it to be, I don't want to go on and on and on. But the Republican Party was the party of John McCain. I could stomach it then. And back then, Lindsey Graham was best friends with John McCain, and so he wasn't crazy, as crazy. But it has gotten to the point where every deviant behavior is accepted by the Republican Party within it. I saw this guy on TikTok who said that it's no crime, it's not too many crimes that Trump can commit that in the Republican Party that would disqualify him. Anything that he did criminally would be accepted, including murder. It's nothing, over the top racist that Trump could say that would disqualify him in the Republican Party. It's just nothing that he could do. Trump could go on national TV, have sex with a baboon, kiss a donkey in the butt, and roll his pants down and tell everybody watching to kiss his ass, and he still would not be disqualified as the candidate that the Republican Party has chosen. They wouldn't get rid of him then. So, what can you do with a party like that? And I am not exaggerating. What can you do with a party like that? It has no family value. It has no core beliefs. It has no low that it will not go. It's nothing that will not be accepted within the Republican Party. Trump uses the RNC, the what comes in there, he uses for his own personal use, to pay his bills, to do what as he will. And nobody says a word. He installed his daughter-in-law so he could do that. And it's all good in the neighborhood. All the people, the true believers, have just about left the Republican Party. And now we're left with the loons, the crazies, the gomers, the degenerates, the racists. That's what makes up the Republican Party. And if you're a voting Republican, that's you. I'm sad to say. Where is the family values? Where is where is any of the things that I just mentioned? Where are they? They're gone. The what is it? Fiscal discipline. Trump ran the national debt into the trillions, and they never opened their mouth. They even clapped for him. He tried to steal an election. Mitch McConnell got on the floor of the Senate and railed against Trump, saying that it was up to he will be a citizen again, and the justice system will take care of him. And when Trump went back to the House, returned to the scene of the crime, who was there to greet him? Mr. Freeze himself, Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell. It's ridiculous. All right, y'all. That is my article. That's my take that I'm putting up for debate today. You duke it out in the comments and tell me what you think. And like I said, I'm sure, or if I disagree, I'm gonna come back on you in the comments, because everything that I bring on this channel, I'm passionate about. What I'm talking about, that's something that I really care about. I have issue with. I feel some kind of way about. So don't think you won't get any pushback. But you better have a good argument. Don't come with the BS because I'm not that girl. All right. See you next time. Bye.